Okay, one more part of, especially the HTML part of the course, and at the end of the first tutorial is how to validate code. So you write the code, and there's an online validator that will go. You can go ahead and load the file, and it'll show you if it's correct or not, or what needs to be fixed. So that's the video we're currently looking at. Now remember, what we have is this particular file that you've created from tutorial 1, worldmusic.htm. Okay, and again, remember what it looks like. It looks like this. Okay, that you've created already. Now what we want to do is go out and validate this. So starting on page 50 of your text, we'll go out to here, and the W3C markup validator. So if we go to that, it asks you to, that tab, it asks you to go to validator.w3.org. What you'll see initially is validate by URL or website. We want to go ahead and validate by file upload. So let's do that. Let's browse. We have to go find the file. And remember, it was out here in Helena and courses and MART 145 and MART 145 Fall 2015 Tutorial 1, Tutorial 1. And grab this file, select it, and OK it, and check. So you can go ahead and do that with all of your files. Now we have some issues, some information issues, some error. Character encoding was not declared. And the text had you build it this way, so you'll get some general errors that aren't too bad. Some informational items, info, using the schema for HTML and so on. Error, an image element must have an alt attribute associated with it. Okay, so from line 18, column 8 to line 18, column 111. Okay, so that's the area that it has an issue with. So this validator tells you about that. Now I guess we want to go back and do one thing. So this says from line 18. So let's look at line 18. Let's go back to our Notepad++. It tells us line 18. Okay, so it shows us all the lines. We have to go into settings, and I think preferences, and I have to find that, but look for set number. Turn number setting on. I don't want to take a lot of time here. Let me do that. Hold on for just a second. I'll pause you here. Okay, took a quick look. You can turn that line number off by going to settings, preferences, and editing, and then what's it, editing? Yeah, right there. Display line number. So if you turn it off, it'll pull those line numbers off. Go to settings, preferences, editing, and then display line number. And you probably want to do that for sure. So there we've gone out to the validator. We've loaded the file. We ran it. We found the errors, and although it doesn't hurt with the display, these are just this particular error is just suggested that we should have an alt attribute along with the image element. But it tells you where the problem lies. So I think that'll conclude validating a document or validating an HTML file. If you have any questions or comments, please contact me.